For so many years, Monday mornings meant one thing: getting everyone ready. Breakfast, laundry, homeschool schedules, people needing something from me. My home was full and I loved it. But after raising 10 kids, Mondays look very different now. The funny thing is, I'm still doing many of the same things. I'm still cleaning. I'm still cooking. I'm still taking care of my home. But I'm learning that a quieter home doesn't mean an empty home. It just means that it looks different. Let's start our day. Good morning, friends, and welcome back. Today I thought I'd take you along for a normal Monday and how it looks in my household now, going from 10 children down to 4 children. Still seems like a lot, but it's just been a huge change in my life. And lately I've just been realizing how much of a change that is. So we learn to embrace it. We learn to go, okay, instead of mourning the loss, instead of looking at how it used to be, you learn to enjoy the new seasons. You learn to look at things differently and go, okay, Mondays used to be very busy for me. If you look back on any of my Motivation Monday videos, probably pre-Florida, they were busy. I had a lot to do. I feel like I went from the time I woke up until the time I went to bed, and that was just taking care of life. And I was thinking, how can my house be so dirty? There's so much to do. Well, now it's not that bad. It is so simple for the cleanup. I even had to laugh because my sink is becoming so less with dishes. I even the last couple of years living in here, starting on our Mondays, there was so many dishes in the sink and it was always so full. So our Mondays get easier. How different are your Monday mornings now? There was a time when I would get a cup of coffee and it would sit and it would just get cold. And by the time I would drink it, it'd be cold. I just got used to drinking cold coffee. So I remember watching Jamrell, and she would keep microwaving her coffee over and over and over again because you just like forget about it and you're just so busy doing things that there's no time to remember your coffee sitting there. But now, like, I have moments to drink my coffee. In the morning, like this morning, what did I do this morning? I got up early. I was up at 5 this morning. I got up and I was going to take Maxine for a walk, but we did not go for a walk. We are in rainy season. It is not raining right this exact second, and I feel bad like I should take her, but there are numerous people out in the neighborhood and numerous dogs out in the neighborhood, and that just means anxiety, and she just wants to eat people. She doesn't. She just doesn't like all the little dogs. That's all. The big dogs, she's fine. The little one, she does not like. So we did not go. When I looked, it was sprinkling, and so I was like, I guess we won't go for a walk. So it's kind of the rain season where you just don't get out much, but that's okay. I need to push myself and get out today during the day. I may take her if it's not too bad. We'll see. But we got up. I cleaned my whole bathroom and got that cleaned and all done. I need to vacuum in there, but the shower's clean, the toilet's clean, the sinks are clean. I organized, put things away, restocked my pantry above my my toilet and get all that in, and then sat down and listened to a half hour of a Bible encouragement for me today. And I did that, and like I had time, and I sat and I prayed and I journaled and I looked at my time, and I was like, okay. And then I had to take Autumn to work. She went to work this morning, so I took her. Driving back home, came back, and I sat and I was able to film some for my Bible channel. I have a daily Bible chapter where we read God's Word Monday through Friday. So usually I film like batch of those because it's a little bit easier for me. But the way my life is right now, I said, it would be very good for me. It's very encouraging for me to do that. Like, I love when I can sit and read. Having a bad day, just read God's Word. It really is health and medicine to your life. And so I know when I read, and I have those days where I can just sit and read for hours and just film all that, it like makes me feel so great, right? Like, shouldn't go by feelings, but it really does nourish me. And so I thought, why don't I do something different? Why don't I take and film 5 each day and start my day doing that? It would be way less of a time, and I can do that this week. I don't have a super busy week. So I sat and filmed 5 of those. They're only 3-minute videos, but got that done. And then I was like, okay. So then I came out to the kitchen, I looked around, and I was like, there is not a whole lot to do. I was looking at my refrigerator and we're down to minimal food. I do need to go huge shopping, but I'm not going to go huge shopping yet. I'm doing something different. I'm doing a new thing, new season, new thing. I was talking to my girlfriend. I'm like, there is no more like stock up huge. It doesn't mean I won't do it again, but right now I'm just not stocking up huge. I'm just kind of going and filling in the gaps and then whatever we need to eat. So just a different season, and that's okay. So I was like, what can we do today for food? So we got to figure out food today. I do have some breakfast stuff left over. The breakfast pizzas, delicious. I had those. We had the sandwiches. Those sandwiches are gone. There's a few breakfast pizzas. The bean donuts, winner. At first they took a bite and they were like, we didn't really like the chocolate candy bar on top. It's not very sweet. So the brownies they don't taste as sweet as a regular brownie would. So I thought next time, why don't I make homemade frosting and put that on top, and I feel like it would be a winner. It was very good. There was only like a tiny chunk left. Everybody ate it. So I will be making bean donuts again. I will just be doing, probably not the chocolate chips in it, but more like a powdered sugar icing, probably like maybe like a fluffier buttercream one is what I'm thinking, and just do a thin layer on top. Or using semi-sweet chocolate chips. The dark chocolate candy bar, it was okay. It was just it wasn't as like super sweet, you know what I mean? But winter, so that's only got a little bit there. We pretty much ate up all the food, which is awesome. I have like a little container of ham, potatoes, and green bean casserole in there. There is some soups, which I may freeze, may eat, we'll see. I guess it was last week, so I'll probably freeze it. So very good on food. I was very happy because it rained all weekend. It was such a gloomy, doomy, rainy weekend. We did get out for a while on Saturday. Greg and I like to go out Saturday morning, have coffee and breakfast and swim for a couple hours in the pool. That's like my favorite thing to do. Did that, and then I've been working on homeschool curriculum. I've been doing my high school. It's coming. You're getting it probably this week. I'll be ready to have it ready. I do the all-in-one curriculum. I have from 1st grade through 8th grade. I just never did my high school one. I have courses, like individual, but I never put them together. I don't know, it takes time to do that. It all takes time. And I was like, you know what? And I never really had to. The kids kind of did other things. So if they don't really need it that year, it's like, okay, why bother? So I did that. I got that done. It's uploaded. I'm waiting for the okay, and then I'll have that ready. So I'm excited for that. So that I worked on. So that was my busy weekend doing. So it was gloomy, doomy, rainy. Every time I looked out the rain, it was pouring. We were gonna do the beach, but it just poured rain. So it wasn't even a concern to do. I was like, you know what? This is time. I will use my time wisely and work up there. So did that, and then was our weekend. Like nobody needing me kind of weekend, or I didn't have to rush through things or have to hurry because Monday's starting. I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of cleaning. My head was like, if I don't finish, I'll just do it Monday. And so that's the beautiful thing about this season right now, is that I don't have to rush through so much. Like if I wanted to go sit back and read God's Word today for a while instead of starting out here, I could. But for me, my goal is to get my filming done so that I can be kind of free for most of the day for my kids, because they have things to do, and be present for them, things that we can do together, that kind of stuff. So just change in life a little bit. So that's the beautiful thing. And so it's learning not to rush through the moments. So learning to sit and have lunch together, learning to sit and have dinner together more when it gets busy. Say, okay, let's take a minute, sit down and eat dinner together. And so just changes in your day. So learning to enjoy those, because they're going to change again. They're going to change again. So, all right, we're going to start. I'm going to wipe down the counters. There are just a few crumbs on them, and get my dishes washed. So let's do that. Doesn't a kitchen hold a lot of memories? I think back to my childhood. Now for our family, we have moved to so many different kitchens. I feel like different kids got different kitchen memories. It's always good to go back and look on videos, but like when you go home, and I know I look at my parents and they're home and go in my mom's kitchen, and I still remember their old kitchen was orange and yellow way back in the day, and the different things they had in there that you kind of remember, and then they change it and upgrade it, and it's like, okay, I remember all those little things in there. So kitchens hold so many memories, and I think of my life here, like I know we love looking back on videos, and we'll see my old kitchen. I'm like, oh, those were fun. We had so many good little memories with this, with that, or, and just different parts and different areas of it. And I think now this home, the different celebrations we have for our home. So when everybody has a birthday, everything's on the counter. We do balloons and we do all the things. Everything's spread out, and it's that kitchen just holds those memories. You know what I mean? And so it's a good thing to remember, to think about, like all the good times that you do have and enjoy in your home. The other positive is that the kitchen doesn't get very dirty. I was like, there's not a whole lot to clean up in the kitchen, like wiping things down. We didn't even use the stove. I was just doing dishes and I had a child come down, and another beautiful thing is that they kind of like to do their own breakfast sometimes too. Sometimes they don't mind making it, or if I make it for them, I love doing that. But they're getting out breakfast right there. They're gonna make some eggs and have eggs, bacon, and cheese. And I'm like, that's very nice. So I was like, I'll make anything you want. They're like, you know what, I haven't made eggs in a while. I'd like to make them myself. And I'm like, you can definitely do that. So less for mama to do, and builds independence in them as well. Most of the dishes I've left are silverware because don't mind the dirty sink. I think the dishes got washed, but the silverware did not this weekend. So that's okay, I don't mind doing that. Normally cleaning up the kitchen takes forever, but I'm like, I'm finished. I'm gonna do my floors, I'm gonna wash my rugs in here, but I do wanna change out my water and for my plants and fill this water up, rinse it out. It's one of those things, this thing you put in the refrigerator. Anybody else, if you have the bespoke refrigerator, I don't know what it is. You can put this in there sometimes, it never senses that it's there, and it does not fill up. And Greg's like, well, just push it in harder. So we do it harder. It's like, no, you just gotta make sure you do this. There is no rhyme or reason. It just only fills up if you want it to fill up. So it's been one of those weekends where it just has not wanted to fill up. So I'm like, make sure I wipe everything really good. So I'm gonna clean this, clean the coffee pot. If you want real butter, which is like double because tomorrow. All right, he made his breakfast, got that in. So I'm gonna do my plants now. The problem with hydroponic, not problem, is you change the nutrients. So you gotta change the water out. So every 2 weeks is when you get the package, it's like you gotta switch it out. So that little bottle I got lasted a month, and I'm like, their bottles are like $15, and I was like, is that worth it? Maybe. So I bought did I show you what I bought? I looked on Amazon and I said, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to test pH. I don't want to try to mix plant food. I just want something all in one right here. General Hydroponics Maxi Grow 10-5-14. So it fills up an entire quart jar right here. So what I'm going to do is just change it every week. And then you have to do it. If you don't, you have to test the pH and worry about all that. I don't want to do all that. I just want to just, you know what? I just want to grow plants. I just want to grow lettuce, not have to worry about it. So I've got a couple that are not, they're not there. There's like two. There's one right here. They're coming up there. It's not completely there yet. So I thought, well, but they're starting. So that's a beautiful thing. And then I got to kind of break how can I set that over here? I got to pull out the seedlings because I have way too much in there. You know what I mean? So let's dump this. And then I'll fill this up with water, filtered water. And then we'll add the new plant food. Okay, I want to measure that just to make sure I have the right amount. So it's half a teaspoon. So they give you this little thing. So I'm just going to put that in first. Let that mix around. You probably should stir it beforehand, but we're going to do it a little differently. But that, I think, would make it last a whole lot longer. Does it stir together good, or is it kind of clumpy? Okay, it doesn't completely dissolve, but I'm going to be hopeful. So let me put this right back in. And then I'm gonna pull, like this one has a bunch of plants in it, so we're gonna snip off some of those. Can you just pull it? Yeah. There's one in there, and it's either way far down in there or it's not gonna grow. So I'm gonna take one more seed and stick it in there. If this one sprouts, great. And if not, then the other one will pop up around it. I can kind of see it's just not coming up very well where the other ones did. Same thing over here, but that one is coming up, so I'm gonna be hopeful. But you know how they say, you can get bad ones. So let's take a tweezer so we're not taking 20 of them, because that's what happened last time. I need Jensen's good tweezers. He has the good ones. These are the ones you get from the store, and they're just not that good. So I'm gonna put one of those in there. Did I go in? It did. Okay, let's put two just for good measure, just in case it wants to decide to sprout, because the other ones did not very good. And will it? Hopefully. Maybe the other one will decide to pop up. It's just not very coming up. Over here, this one is too. I'm gonna throw one more in there. Two more in there. Let's throw two in there. These are the worst tweezers. Where'd it go? Okay, so we're gonna see how these do. Again, we're just, this is all experiment. But, oh, hold on, move it down. All right, let's do that down there. And then they recommend that you can eat these. They say they're microgreens. It's like one, I guess it'd be like your sprouts, right? So I can see that. So you can eat those if you don't want to put those to waste. Okay, that part is done. So something new, something different I've never got to do before. Another thing that's changed is the amount of time that I wash my bedding. Back in the day, yeah, I was lucky if I could do it. I say once a week, but I was nursing a baby, taking care of a baby, so there's always breast milk on the bed or child spit up, whatever it was. I know, disgusting, gross. There were times that I just couldn't do it. I just threw a towel over my bed and laid on it or put another blanket down on top. I know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Survival sometimes is the way to go. So now I take comfort that, you know what, every single week, I wash my bedding. Every week I get my bedding washed, where before it was like, that was just a distant dream. So there's some comfort in things that do get to change for the good. So if you're in that season where you can barely get your bedding washed, don't worry, it's coming. Another great thing is laundry is pretty regular now, where before I used to do it all on Monday, but sometimes you'd run out of laundry, you know, not have enough. And so pretty much now it's simple. We do have a bunch of baskets here, but that was just because we did the laundry this weekend, didn't put it away. So that's good. What that does go bad is I have to empty this more often. I used to have this as a job. Stephen was always my lint dumper, and it's one of those things that, like, Brooklyn was here and she did laundry. Autumn, so we always changed it. Well, I'm forgetting to change it. It does tell you, clean your thing, so I'm thankful for that, but I have to be very mindful to change it out. And we do go through way less laundry, so this used to last me just about a month. It's about a little bit more now, almost 6 weeks worth of laundry. So that's another positive in it. So I'll let that pour out back. Sometimes I go get water and shake it around to use it, but I do have another one. I'm gonna turn this on, hold on. I've got a little bit more, probably a cap full, which normally I would do. It's not all the way full, but. Okay, I think I was gonna go in my bedroom and start doing that, but I do wanna get the vacuum going out here because it does take some time to do the floor. So let's come out here and get that done. I'm not gonna fully pick up here, just enough for the vacuum do its thing. I got my Sam's Club, my bread came, so that's a positive. My bread flour. Here's something I can't get at my store, so glad to order that. I guess the negative is that the child, when you have other children at home, they can knock the vacuum. Someone knocked the vacuum, so it doesn't charge. So when I go to use it on a Monday morning, it's dead, and it takes a little bit older, so it takes hours to charge. So for that, I'm like, So we used to have multiple vacuums, and that was always helpful because one would get dead and I'd have another one. So today looks like it'll be a manual vacuuming day, and that is okay. That's the, I guess the flaw. We having to worry about the stuff when you don't have kids in the household, it's just you. So pretty much your stuff will stay plugged in, right? So I'll still pick up and then I'll just vacuum it. It just gave me a good puff of air, like dirt off the rock. And then I gotta go all the way upstairs to get the vacuum. I'm like, it's not down here. The terribleness of going all the way upstairs. I'll be right back. All right, so since the vacuum's dead, I will just do the regular vacuum, and that's fine to do too. It's one of those things that I never enjoy, like certain chores, I never really enjoyed doing that much, like chopping veggies up small. Did not like doing that. Did not like making cookies, all the tiny mini muffins. Didn't like doing that stuff. I enjoy it now, but I didn't when I felt so rushed before. So I think vacuuming falls in that line because it's something that you got to have done on the floor because there's crumbs everywhere, but the robot can do the work for you. So it was always better to do that. So, but I have come to learn to enjoy chopping up veggies tiny, making mini muffins. I enjoy making little tiny pizzas, little tiny, pancakes, those kind of things versus like a sheet pan pancake. So I think in time I'll just learn to enjoy vacuuming my floor too. So run the vacuum, do the vacuum, and do all the floors. vacuums are. Sometimes they don't pick up every little thing and you're trying to like force pieces of paper in the vacuum. That's the only flaw. But the good thing is when I use my Norwex mop over everything, it will get anything that like didn't get picked up. Things it does not pick up popcorn seeds very well with the vacuum on a bare floor. So all good things. I'm on hold. So I gotta do on hold and do a phone call at the same time here. So I'm gonna mop my floor when and then I'll do my bedroom. It's a lot easier to hear if you're on hold mopping.
I will be with you as soon as possible. With you as soon as possible for the delay. Call back. Please stay on the line.
I had to do all that while being on hold for a little bit, and then now I'm waiting for a phone call. So floors are all clean. That's a good thing. So washed, mopped, and vacuumed. So done with that. It took me some time, but it was one of those things like I was on the phone call. It could have been done way faster, but still had to do something, so staying busy in between. Okay, so Mondays are a little different because usually I have like a casserole or something. Not really so much casserole, but just something to throw together in the slow cooker and make life easy. And I'm like, what do I want to make today? Because I'm just down to making things, and I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. So what I'm thinking, I pulled out chicken pot pie from my freezer. Remember when I made that when Brooklyn was gone or left? I'm gonna use that tomorrow. So that will fall for tomorrow because tomorrow is gonna be I'm supposed to be gone day. So I think that will work good for tomorrow. So then I was like, my husband's been asking for spaghetti. So I looked I got hamburger, got my tomato sauce, and I'm like, surely I have spaghetti. No, I do not have spaghetti, but I do have mostaccioli. So I'm like, to me it's the same. To him it's not, but it'll do. So I'm gonna cook these. We're gonna make meat sauce, and then I'll just put it in the slow cooker, let it kind of simmer all day. It'll be delicious. And then I'm thinking, I do have croissants. I could make croissants. We've had a lot of those lately, but we haven't had the little breadsticks in a long time. So those are a favorite. Everybody loves them. They are delicious. So I'm like, why don't I make a couple batches? Because one batch is like 8. Make like 16 breadsticks. That'll be very good. And then I pulled out pizza crust for lunch. I'm gonna do 2 because I'm supposed to be gone tomorrow, so that way lunch will be ensured to be done for the kids that have to be here. So that's gonna work. So let me get my mixer and my ingredients. Okay, so my breadstick recipe is right there. It is just like those delicious ones you buy at the store. You make them yourself. It's way good. So I'm going back and forth. Do I make 2 batches or 3? I feel like 2 will be good. 2 will be good. But could they eat 3? Possibly. So I'll do this because I did get a Pullman bread pan, the one with the lid. So I was gonna make some bread because I want to make grilled cheese sandwiches, but I'm thinking I should be gone tomorrow, so that won't work out. I'll probably maybe Wednesday, I don't know. Wednesday or Thursday, maybe we'll make it Wednesday for Thursday. That'll work. So I'm just gonna add all the ingredients in here. I'm using vegetable oil, yes, because I'm just using up what I have. Okay, it's just my bed I'm gonna throw in. What's awesome is that's my laundry is right there, the last row in the towels, so I am good with all of that. I gotta put one of these in the refrigerator for Greg for tomorrow. I'm gonna let the kombucha go a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to do 2 weeks, so it's a little bit more busier. So I'm gonna put this in here because there's not any more. I don't think you wanna go outside, it's kinda yucky. She's like, I'd like my bed back. I did have it in my bedroom. Let me bring her bed back out here. This has just got to cook that the meat. Yeah, I mean, it's cooked. It just needs to be thawed. There's a lot of liquid in here because I left a lot of liquid from when I was cooking it, and that's okay. I'm gonna have to add water anyway, so I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add my seasonings. Fill it with seasonings, and I'll make it taste good. If you don't have any, that's okay. Got just one? Add just one. I just have a lot of seasonings. Ooh, one more positive thing. Look at my drawer is pretty much full. And it's a Monday. So I'm gonna put my meat mixture in the slow cooker. Okay, so we're just waiting on pasta boiling, and the dough right here is already fermenting. Fermenting, that's what the name says. It doesn't sound right though. And then something else I like to do is when you're on a lower time of groceries, not a terrible time, it's always good to have the popcorn machine filled. Did you see me vacuum it out? I did. And then wiped it out. We tend to either use this thing a lot or we don't at all. And so we've been trying to be on a kick of using it because it's good. And I buy the oil in a big gallon jug on Amazon, and it only lasts for, I'm gonna say, I don't know, almost over a half a year. So before it kind of gets yucky, like I've done like 9 months, 10 months, and it's kind of like, it doesn't as good. So I like to use it up. So I'm gonna make popcorn in here, just leave it full. The day after popcorn is the best. If we just leave this shut, it's not a solid set, like closed thing, but Coney and popcorn in the morning is the best tasting stuff ever. It's so good. It's the most awkward thing. Like, it's the worst having this thing right here in your way. I feel like they should do that on the side, but you know, I'm not a popcorn machine maker. So we use this little bit of popcorn salt, and then our seeds. I feel like they said 2 seeds, but I feel like that's a lot. I like texted Greg. I'm like, please answer, I don't know if that, I think that's right in measurements. The good thing is if you make like I'm gonna make one per batch, if this doesn't taste super salty, I will add more salt for the next one. And if it's not, you know, if it's too salty, I just won't add any. Then you just mix it all up. So that's the beautiful thing. I just feel like, I think it's only 1 cup of seed. I feel like 2 is a lot. So I would probably just do 1 cup with the oil. See if that's right. Almost done. Definitely greasy, definitely oily. So it's only 1 cup of oil. So I added a little bit more of everything. So that next batch should be a little bit better. So then I'll mix it all together with everything. It just means you have constant popcorn seeds and popcorn on the floor here. So I just keep picking them up. I spilled some, so I'm like, where's the seeds at? Okay, so that thing's gonna do its thing. My pasta is ready to, I just shut it off. I'm gonna pour that in my pan. They're like al dente, so, because they're gonna sit in here today and absorb that good mixture. When I cooked it, it was 1 box, and I feel like, is that enough pasta? It'll be enough. So even like right here, I'm like, that doesn't look like much, but it will absorb this, and it's gonna grow and gonna be good. It's just one of those the trickeries of the eyeball. If you make too much, it'll be good. But mostaccioli, we used to have mostaccioli. My aunt would make it. My Aunt Sandy would make it for we did a lot of family parties. So whatever, graduation or birthday, whatever it was, there was always a big pot of mostaccioli. And to me, it's pretty much the same as spaghetti sauce. So that's it. I'm just gonna leave that here. Let it absorb the beef. Yummy. All right, popcorn in the morning, the best thing ever. Have some like leftover movie theater popcorn in the morning. It's such a good taste. So I'm done right now. All I like to wait on is the breadsticks, and then the pizzas we'll make for lunch. Delicious. So that's gonna sit there. I'm gonna make my bed. That is the other thing I have to do, is make my bed, and then I'm done. So that's a great thing. Let me just make my bed. That's the ease of a new Monday routine. A little tip for your younger wives, pillowcases with your husband, mark their pillowcase so you know which one is yours, which one is theirs. Just a helpful tip. Not that your husband is smelly, it's just that they have different body oils and scents, just like you know, teenagers and everything else. So it took me a long time to do that, and I always just smell the pillowcases when I washed them. But now I'm getting smarter. So it took me a long time here to even do that. And I was like, Mark, the pillows, we have our own pillows because he likes the copper pillows. I don't like the copper pillows. So we have 2 different kinds of pillows. So I know what mine look like and what his look like. But the pillowcases, I just kept getting confused. And I'm like, oh, I'll just smell them. No, after a while, your scent does not work as well. Perfect. And the marker, I've just got a permanent marker and mark on the tag on the pillow and on the pillowcase. So yay, and this, the kids put the Maxine blanket back on my chair. So the beautiful thing about like right now is we're free because we're still not in school mode. And so my day, the beautiful thing about right now is that I still have time today to do some stuff. So I'll probably get a walk in during the day, probably go swimming before it rains because it's supposed to rain again. And then work on my book stuff. We still got to make the breadsticks. That'll be very simple to do. And that'll be pizza, and that's it. I mean, the kids might make the pizza too, so love easy Mondays. It's like they're getting easier and easier. And I used to live for the summer because I felt like I had more time to do things in the school year. I feel like it gets busier, but it's like my summers and school years pretty much are the same. Even though the kids do school and stuff, it's like they're pretty independent on their own. It only requires a little bit of me that has to do stuff, but it's good to get a little bit of a structure, a little bit of a routine down. So I know we'll plan a few things to do extra, but I will have ones working because they're teenagers and older teenagers, and working is a good thing for them to do. Work ethic's always good to do, so I'm thankful we have a lot of places by us. So I'm excited for them to go work somewhere and get out there and do all those, learn all those skills and all those fun things. They've been working on questions for interview. So Autumn, she's real good to give them all these questions. So then it's for Jensen and Maddie, they'll be ready. Jensen first and then Maddie, but she'll be ready too. So it's just a good thing. Practice those skills, practice those interview questions and things that they would ask them. And so it's a beautiful thing to see them all grow up. So, all right, I'm gonna take you back in the kitchen. Okay, I got a nice long walk-in, which was great, and a swim in the pool. So I'm gonna get lunch here. Kids are doing chores. Is your iPad down? Oh. Did it again?
Like, I can't see.
Hey guys, it's Maddie. Marianne, she's over there. She's over there. Hello, Maddie. All right, so what are we doing here now? We're gonna enjoy the afternoon. I gotta work for a while just to chill. I've got pizza will be done in the oven. Breadsticks, as soon as the pizza's done, I'll probably put these in right away, kind of force it to cook fast. That's okay. When it comes out, I'll melt butter, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning and brush on. It'll be so good. That'll be delicious. I made some lunch, so I do. These look prettier. The rice cakes with the sprouts. This one was a cracked, broken one, so I just threw it in a pile. And then I also have this. This is my 3-bean salad. I like it when it sits for a few days, so I've got this. I'm gonna eat that for lunch. This is mastacholi. Look at it. That looks like good, meaty mastacholi. So that is going to be dinner this evening, and then we'll have the breadsticks. Easy day today, so very enjoyable. Hopefully the rain will kind of stay away. It's been good. It's supposed to rain all day and it has not, so I've got to do some errands this afternoon and then come back tomorrow. So you have a beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy your Mondays. Remember, looking different. That's a good thing. We're learning a new season. So you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.